March 22nd, we at the Boosie Bash. I need all the ass, all the out, because Big Sexy and I'm coming to see all the bad bitches. I love the bring the I know Boosie can bring thugs.
Boosie just threw a bomb on the internet, and it's exploding everywhere. He claims he's got a full list of rappers Sexyy Red has allegedly passed STDs to, and the names are jaw-dropping. We're talking Drake, NLE Choppa, and even Chief Keef supposedly on that list. This isn't some random troll trying to get clicks, because Boosie's connection to Sexyy Red runs way deeper than most people think. And here's the kicker. A lot of fans believe his own name belongs on that list too. These rumors didn't just pop up overnight. The Boosie and Sexyy Red whispers have been bubbling for over a year. It all started with one viral moment that had the internet talking for days. Boosie was hosting an event, minding his business, or at least claiming to, when Sexyy Red pulled up in an outfit so revealing that, well, let's just say the cameras caught everything. Boosie's reaction? Priceless. His face lit up instantly, grinning ear to ear like a kid who just found free candy.
Shit, babe. Sexyy Red, baby. Don't play no game. It's a party, and we turn it all the way.
It's a gangster party.
Gangster party. Get your together. Out. I show me it.
Social media went into detective mode, connecting dots faster than ever. Fans started whispering they'd hooked up, had some kind of fling, and that it ended ugly. That's when it got shady, because according to street gossip, after Boosie publicly denied they ever messed around, Sexyy allegedly decided to get even in the worst way, by burning him on purpose. Now, that's all alleged, but the timing had people raising eyebrows, and Boosie's no stranger to drama, but if this rumor is true, that's a lifetime L. This wasn't the first time people suspected something was going on between them, either. Remember that bed selfie Sexyy posted? A mystery man was lying next to her, and he just happened to be wearing an ankle monitor. The internet swore it was Boosie. She even captioned it with her own lyric. I like messing with drillers, dreadhead killers. Fans said that was straight up Boosie coded. Boosie jumped on X to shut it down, saying the ankle wasn't his size or color and that he was on vacation with his daughter. But fans weren't buying it, especially since he has been spotted with an ankle monitor before. Then came June 2023. Sexyy Red sat down on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast and dropped way too much information. She admitted she'd caught chlamydia, twice. According to her, she and her man broke up, messed with other people, then got back together. But their reunion didn't end in roses. It ended with matching test results at the doctor's office. Sexyy laughed it off like it was nothing, but people were already connecting the dots. Things went nuclear when her own baby daddy jumped into the mix months later. He blasted her online, claiming she gave him an STD and never told him. And he didn't just say it, he came with receipts. He posted a recorded phone call where he straight up confronted her about it. When that audio hit the internet, timelines lit up with people side-eyeing Sexyy like, okay, maybe Boosie wasn't lying after all. Of course, Sexyy Red wasn't about to stay quiet. She fired back online, saying, 1, it's not true. But by then, the streets were already talking louder than she was. 2, y'all believe anything on this app? That's what Sexyy Red fired back with. But by then, the damage was done. Fans weren't just side-eyeing her for being reckless. They were now wondering who else might have been part of her rotation. And that's when this so-called Boosie list really started catching fire. Because apparently, Boosie's name wasn't the only one on it. First name? Drake. Now, some people didn't even blink. I mean, Certified Lover Boy isn't just an album title. But his connection to Sexyy Red? That's not exactly rocket science. The whispers started during Drake's It's All a Blur tour, when he was spotted getting way too cozy with her. And we're not talking casual industry friends. We're talking Drake posting on Instagram, calling her his rightful wife. Yeah, that caption alone had fans rewinding like, wait, what? And Drake didn't stop at sweet words. Rumor has it, he spoiled her with 4 Chanel bags, handed her a fat stack of cash, and even booked her a private jet just so she could catch one of his shows. That's not networking. That's courtship. But here's where it gets layered. This wasn't just vibes. It was also business. Sexyy popped up on his track Rich Baby Daddy from For All the Dogs, and when the Valentine's Day music video dropped, she played Drake's pregnant partner, complete with a scene of him kissing her belly like it was the most natural thing in the world. Fans ate that up. Some swore their chemistry was too strong to be just acting, while others thought it was a perfectly timed PR stunt to boost the album. Then Sexyy made it spicier. In an interview, she said, "Drake, that's my man. Y'all can have the rest, but he's mine." Was she trolling? Being serious? No one knew for sure. But the internet ran with it. Meanwhile, Drake stayed silent like he always does, letting the rumors marinate, which only made them louder. And just when everyone was still dissecting that, the list's second name popped up, NLE Choppa. This one's tricky to brush off. Back in April 2023, they linked up for the collab Slut Me Out, and the music video? Steamy doesn't even cover it. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable. And not in that, oh, they're just good actors way. We're talking a full-on kiss that had social media going nuts. Then came the Offset moment that really stirred the pot. Instagram gossip page College Kid posted a clip of them hanging out, unscripted. Sexyy straight up called him my boo. Neither one confirmed a relationship, but they didn't deny it either. And for fans, that silence spoke volumes. Maybe it was all for promo, but the way they moved together had people convinced it was deeper than business. Next name, Kodak Black. And his connection to Sexyy Red didn't start with a typical studio session. Kodak had been posting about feeling lonely and used, saying, "Nobody cares about me if I'm not paying." Not even a day later, Sexyy hopped on IG Live with him saying, "We finna go on tour. Forget them broke 304s, I'ma turn you up." Could have been friendly hype. But given Kodak's flirty rep and the way she was amping him up, people weren't seeing just friends. And with a whole tour together coming, the rumors practically wrote themselves. But then, it got tangled. Just as Kodak chatter was heating up, another name slipped in, Hongsho. And this one didn't even need blogs to stir it up. In Sexyy Red's I Might video with Summer Walker, Hongsho played her new man after she leaves her baby daddy. The on-screen chemistry was heavy, and behind-the-scenes clips only fueled it. Then Sexyy posted captions like, "I need a real one," which people swore were aimed right at him. Marketing move or not, folks started whispering his name right alongside the others. And then, the wild card, Chief Keef. These two already had history working together, but new receipts made it look way more personal. Suggestive selfies started circulating, Sexyy rocking Chief Keef's chain, leaning in close like they were far more than label family. Chief Keef didn't exactly shut it down either. Sexyy hopped on IG to say they were like brother and sister. But in the same breath, she was teasing him about flirting with King Von's people. At that point, fans weren't buying the just friends line anymore, because too many of these so-called coincidences were starting to sound exactly like that list Boosie claims to have. Now here's where things take a sharp turn. Because if Chief Keef's name had people talking, the next wave of receipts threw the whole internet into overdrive. This wasn't just about rumors anymore. This was about patterns. Fans started pulling up old interviews, past IG lives, and even messy TikTok clips that suddenly felt like puzzle pieces finally clicking into place. One clip that resurfaced showed Sexyy Red backstage at a show, laughing and whispering with another rapper whose face was mostly hidden, but the tattoos on his hands gave him away instantly. That man, none other than Finesse 2 Times. Within minutes, fans were zooming in, matching the tattoos, and declaring the mystery man confirmed. And when someone dug up a video from weeks earlier showing him calling her my lil troublemaker on IG Live, yeah, that was all it took for timelines to go into meltdown mode. But the biggest problem for Sexyy wasn't just the number of names being thrown around. It was that all of them were tied to moments that looked way too flirty, way too familiar, and way too consistent. Even Lil Durk's name got dragged in. And that connection goes back to a festival appearance where Durk literally pulled her on stage mid-performance, arm around her like it was second nature. The crowd screamed, clips went viral, and suddenly people were digging up old tweets where Durk had complimented her style in a way that didn't sound like just friends. And if you think social media was done, not even close. A random podcast host claimed off mic that one of Sexy's security guards told him she's got half the rap game in her phone. Was it true? Who knows? But the way the internet ran with it, you'd think it was straight out of court documents. Then, like clockwork, another curveball, an old blurry clip of Sexyy Red leaving a studio at 3 a.m. And guess who was walking out right behind her? Moneybagg Yo. They didn't say a word to each other in the video, but the timing, the body language, and the way they left together had people convinced there was more going on than just music. At this point, fans weren't even keeping track of the Boosie list in order anymore. They were adding names daily, creating graphics, and posting updated versions, like it was a rap version of the NBA draft. Some swore it was all clout chasing and PR timing, while others said this was simply how Sexyy Red moved in the industry. And right when it felt like the story couldn't get messier, a fan account dropped what they claimed were leaked DMs between Sexyy and an unnamed rapper. The messages were short, nothing explicit, but just enough to make people start guessing. And of course, every guess added another name to the pile. Sexyy Red, for her part, stayed locked in on her usual online presence, posting fits, promoting music, hopping on lives, but never fully addressing the growing wildfire. And that silence, it gave people even more room to fill in the blanks themselves. By now, the Boosie list had gone from a rumor to a full-blown internet phenomenon, with threads breaking down timelines, fan theories about who's telling the truth, and side-by-side clips trying to prove certain hookups. Whether the list is real, fake, or a mix of both, one thing's for sure: the streets aren't letting go of it anytime soon. And if this thing with Chief Keef really is just like brother and sister, Sexyy Red sure isn't working too hard to prove it. Instead, she cranks it up a notch, dropping a whole carousel of pics rocking his chain, and in one, she's literally tucking it into her panties. The caption: "We go together now, Mo. Give me a kiss." The second that hit IG, fans lost their minds. Half the internet was cheering her on, calling it savage. The other half swore this was proof there's way more going on than either of them will ever admit. But here's the thing: whether it's personal, professional, or both, neither of them seems in any rush to shut the story down. If anything, they're letting it ride. And then, the final name on this alleged list, Vav 1700. Now, he's not a household name like Drake or Chief Keef, but he sure found a way to make himself part of the conversation. He went viral after claiming he hooked up with Sexyy Red, and the way he told it, not cute. In a now-deleted post, he straight up said that after spending the night with her, he noticed an odor that wouldn't go away, even after he showered. His exact words: "I had messed with Sexyy that night. I just got out the shower and my D's still stink. WTF, man." The internet split instantly. Some dragged him for trying to humiliate her, accusing him of clout chasing. Others pointed out this wasn't the first time her name had been tied to these kinds of rumors. And Vav? He didn't exactly back down. Instead, he doubled down in follow-up posts, hinting that his experience wasn't unique, basically suggesting there are other rappers out there with similar stories. That's when the speculation went into overdrive. With all the STD talk already swirling, people started asking, wait, is Vav trying to say he caught something too? He never came right out and confirmed it. But between his cryptic posts and the timing, fans started connecting the dots themselves. And now the question isn't just whether Boosie's alleged list is real. It's whether these are the only names we're ever going to hear. Because if even half of these connections are true, this might not be the end of the storm. This could be the start of something way bigger. So hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and turn on notifications. Because the next time this story takes a twist, you already know we'll be here to break it all down for you. See you on the next one.